from Lebanon, and his dad's still there, and he owns an olive orchard. So he's always telling me about the olive orchard.
An olive orchard?
I think we're live, Bob.
Lebanon, Pennsylvania?
No, Lebanon.
The country, okay, I was gonna say, Lebanon, the country, they have olive orchards.
We're live. We'll call our meeting to order with a pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we have our minutes from our Thursday, November 12th meeting, are there any additions, corrections, clarifications? Can the minutes be approved as presented?
Motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Motion's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Treasurer's report. Before you see our treasurer's report, I'll summarize total cash available in general fund. $252,265.12. Total cash available in reserve accounts, $76,452.74. Total cash available in fire tax fund, $5,167.46. Total cash available in sewer fund account, $337,128.42. Total cash available in liquid fuel account, $313,996.66. You turn the page, you'll see that we have no more outstanding debt service. Can the treasurer's report be accepted as presented?
So moved.
Second. Motion's been moved and seconded to accept the treasurer's report. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Bills to be paid. Before you see bills to be paid from general fund, you'll see $67,178.54. From sewer fund, you'll see $39,395.37. Liquid fuels fund, $43,406.29. No expenditures out of the fire tax fund. Is there any questions concerning the bills as presented from the various funds? Can the bills be accepted as presented?
I have a question there.
Sure.
New Holland, is that all inclusive? That's everything? The pickup truck for New Holland?
Yeah,
That's it, that's gonna be the only,
yeah, that's it.
that's grand total out the door.
Yeah, because that's cut from Co-Stars and that's a standard package.
Yeah, that's with the plow, all the
That's
lights.
everything, done.
You're right.
I thought so.
Make a motion to approve the bill, paying the bills as presented.
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded to pay the bills as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. The public hearing petitions, seeing no one from the public or no in a response from electronically, we'll move on to report of Borough Engineer. Aye.
Okay, unless you have any questions on my report, the only thing that I have on here is the report that Mr. Lands has done his harvesting on the property. So what he proposed to do, he's now done.
A question on that, as far as the skid mark trails and stuff that are through there, or is there going to be any grading, seeding, water dams, anything like that put on those? Because I was up there the other day, and it's, you could going down, you could definitely see just dirt, it's all dug up and tire tracks.
Part of the permit is that they are to stabilize skid roads and put it back the way that it originally was.
Okay. You taking the pictures?
No, I did not have my camera with me.
Yeah, we saw it.
Cell phone.
So if you fall over from a heart attack up there, you don't know when you can find it.
Yeah, that's right. It's all goes where I am.
It's done.
Lassie, come get me.
Sounds like I'm gonna need to do a site inspection and make a report.
Yeah, wait till it snows or gets real cold. So. Anything else from the engineer's report? Zoning and code enforcement?
Nothing active right now in code enforcement, zoning. Write no request, we're up to number 17 for the year.
Great. Solicitor, you're up.
Okay, first item is the police contract resolution. This is the contract with the Central Berks Regional Police. It basically changes the date and amounts from the prior agreement. The terms otherwise are the same. We are awaiting their collective bargaining agreement, which expires on December 31st. They're in the process of negotiating a new agreement, and we're also awaiting their insurance certificate. We haven't, they provided the insurance certificate. Okay, so that has been provided. Okay, and the coverages are occurrence, commercial general liability, 1 million within the aggregate of 2 million. 1 million automobile liability, umbrella policy of $1 million, and workers' compensation $1 million, which is statutory requirements. So that is satisfactory, and that is was from Ingleham, Brighton Davies, the certificate holder, and additional insured to the borough. So that is satisfactory. Resolution number 840-2020 is to execute the agreement with the Central Berks Regional Police, and that would be contingent upon receipt of the collective bargaining agreement. Need motion.
Is it attached on
Is the collective bargaining agreement? There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think that as of the time I reviewed this, it hadn't been.
We got-
yet.
Ray came in with it this afternoon.
Oh, that's why I didn't receive it.
There is no
Okay.
signature page yet, so it's gotta be authorized to be signed. They're meeting
It's
right
tonight.
now.
Yeah, it's tonight also, so.
Okay, so it's a motion to adopt resolution number 840-2020.
I move we adopt resolution 840-2020, contract with Central Berks Regional Police Department.
Which will include the collective bargaining agreement once it's signed by the authorizing agency, Central Berks Authority.
I'll second that.
Motion been moved and seconded to adopt resolution 840-2020 for the police contract. And that's a 3-year contract,
5 years.
5-year contract? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes.
Okay, the next item is the Animal Rescue League agreement. The borough has decided to go with the $2 per capita contract, which has all of the features of the $1 per capita contract as far as stray animals and providing animal control and animal cruelty investigation services. Also provides for emergency pickup of animals. Again, it's a $2 per capita contract. There were several options offered, $2, $1, and fee for service.
That council had already approved the $2
Correct.
one.
Right, and that's why they
The
provide.
Cadillac plan.
The council.
It keeps us from having to keep a dog kennel here. And I'll need a motion to
Does it-
approve the animal control
We
services.
finally have the contract stuff.
Okay.
So it's authorization to execute the agreement with Animal Rescue League.
I make a motion to authorize execution of the agreement with the Animal Rescue League for the $2 per capita animal
The,
plan.
there's a second? Second. Motion been moved and seconded to authorize the execution of the contract with the Animal Rescue League. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Mayor, good to see you.
Thank you.
How you feeling? Good?
Let's not get into that.
All right, I should know better than that.
I'm here and I'm glad to be in here.
Good.
I've recently reviewed the past 12 months of police activity with Chief Seraphin of the Central Berks Police for St. Lawrence Borough. The borough accounted for 16% of the calls made to the 4 municipalities that served by Central Berks. Most of the calls were made up by motor vehicle involvements, citations, warnings, parking, accidents, and medical assistance. Fireworks activities during the summer months were demanding, and unfortunately, unless police officers see the culprits in action, all that can be done is to warn the expected wrongdoers. Citizens assistance is always welcome for identification. Halloween and Thanksgiving weekends were calm with no reported vandalism or DUIs. In conjunction with the Berks County District Attorney, Central Berks Police released thousands of dollars worth of evidence secured in a scam operation by a Lower Alsace individual. In the evidence was a great assortment of toys, which were passed on to Toys for Tots and Corey's Kids for distribution to the needy as holiday gifts. Respectfully, your mayor.
The paper, I thought, said that was a St. Lawrence resident. Was it really a Lower Alsace citizen?
Yes.
I'll just add to that, it's not St. Lawrence per se, but it's only like 2 or 3 houses away. In Marywood, we had 2 car break-ins, which resulted in stolen pistols. Guns. So, and they were both happened at the same time, about 3 o'clock in the morning. So,
Why anyone would leave a firearm in a vehicle overnight is beyond me.
Because you might need it the next day when you drive.
Well,
Probably under the seat.
yeah, except for the fact that if it's there and loaded, and if you don't have a concealed carry permit, that's a violation.
Yep.
So you're, yeah.
just
Take it in the house
letting
with
people
you.
know
Take it out
that
the next morning.
it's right, it wasn't in the borough, but boy, it was
Yes.
on the border.
Yes, it was.
Thank you, Mayor. Committee reports, budget, finance. I see our 2021 budget here presented again, where our total revenues show $870,162. This out of general fund. Cash expenses we're projecting at $940,258. And then you'll see over here on sewer fund, you'll see a total expense around $424,123.06. And you'll see total expense for the fire tech around $49,568.78. Liquid fuels, you'll see us having an ending balance around $239,071.49. Is there a motion to adopt the 2021 budget as presented under Resolution 841-2020?
Make a motion to adopt the 2021 budgets as presented for the general fund, the sewer fund, liquid fuel, and fire tax under resolution 841.
That resolution is only setting the millage. That's the
No.
same. So,
Well,
Okay,
you're
then
just
that's
adopting
two
the
separate.
budget first.
Yeah, adopt the budget, then we'll adopt them.
Right, so I'll amend my motion to just adopt the budgets as presented.
Thank you.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion been moved second to adopt the 2021 budget under Resolution 841-2020. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye, all opposed, motion passes.
What the state now allows you to do is if you have no budget increase or no significant change in your budgeting your tax millage, you can adopt your tax millage by resolution. So what we're doing is adopting our tax millage of
6.85 mils for the general and 0.66 mils for the fire tax. It was bringing it in line with the township codes, which always allowed that.
So that is a resolution.
And will that be 842-2020?
841.
Oh, so 841-2020 is adoption of the millage for general revenue of 658 mils, and for the fire tax at 0.66 mils.
Right.
Correct? Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Motion been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, all opposed, motion passes. Liens for unpaid 2019 fire tax.
We have 3 unpaid fire tax bills from 2019. One is for the person at 3902 Pence Drive, and that's the amount owed is $99.32. For a person who owns a rental on Elm Street, it's $101.89. And that same person and the rest of his family Parkview, we're actually having those backwards, is 8562. The family owns the Elm Street and the individual owns it. It's the same family.
So you want a motion to approve, enforcing a lien on the properties for those amounts?
It's, there was a lien, to put the lien on, it's at currently $311 added to each one of those.
To each bill in order to get
Place the lien.
place the lien. This is getting to be almost a, poster child for bad government when we go after someone for $100 and it suddenly goes up $341 because we're putting a lien on. And this is because we have a fire tax. If we had adopted this as part of the general fund, they would be paying that out of their total taxes, not this specific tax. I'm just pointing that out, you know. And probably the best way to account for this, that the total for the liens should be coming off the amounts coming in from the fire tax. So that goes less to the fire companies because of this too. So I'm just pointing out the administrative cost of the liens for small amounts in the fire tax.
But the person that's in default should be paying the administrative costs. for
They
the
are.
liens.
Yeah, but
So how does that affect the,
if we never get paid, Yeah.
we'll get it paid when the property sells.
yeah. So,
But the fee to do it off the top is what he's saying.
Well, I understand that, but we get it back regardless,
Eventually,
you know? It's
It
not- it's-
clouds the title so that when
Right,
the
it-
property sells, that it's paid at closing.
Yeah.
With the penalties attached and administrative costs.
And if it goes for more than, what is it, 5 years?
But well, it has, trying to think the phrase.
Primacy or?
Yeah, well, it loses priority if it's not renewed, and I forget the exact legal term for renewed.
So then
it's in my email to you.
Yeah, I forget what it
off the
was.
top of your head, on other liens we have for general taxes, what is the sort of the amount? Is it certainly over the cost of the
The liens,
placement fee?
the liens for general taxes are all done through tax claim at the county. When the tax bills are exonerated and sent to the county, after 30 days or whatever it is, they then place a lien on the
Right.
person's property, and they're paying all the fees towards the collection of that lien. And if you haven't paid up after 3 years, that is when the sheriff's sale comes into being.
Right, and then you're on the schedule, then the borough is on the schedule of distribution, the school district is on the schedule of distribution.
Now,
And that's provided it doesn't go through a clear sale.
that is correct, and we've already had.
We've had that happen, everybody has, but that at least gets it back on the tax roll to an owner who's more likely to pay taxes.
Now, the other issue with the ability of tax claim to collect these taxes is when they disperse it to the municipality, they disperse it as a lump amount of tax. If you are a municipality with a streetlight tax and a fire hydrant tax and a fire tax, they do not separate that out, they lump it together.
So then you gotta come and unbundle
Basically, you.
for the
it's
parcels that came in, you have to unbundle where the money goes.
Almost impossible to unbundle, without a much better tracking system, because you have to track which year. And then from that amount you get, you would have to split that apart to know which funds, and it's not the whole amount owed, so you have to keep track of it. And if you don't start doing that at the very beginning, there is no way to keep track of how to split those. And what I have found out from others is they don't, it just goes into
Just goes back into the general
fund.
fund. So is there a motion to go ahead and approve the liens for unpaid 2019 fire taxes on the 3 properties for the amounts of $99.32, $111.89, and $85.62?
With the additional.
With the additional fee for $311 to place the lien in the public record.
So,
I'll second.
Motion been moved and seconded concerning the liens for unpaid fire tax. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
Allison, you're gonna get that over.
Yeah.
So we also have to, go ahead and we have to, pass by resolution, voice or by motion, a shared agreement with the county for tax bills. Is there,
Every year, we go with the county and split the cost of producing and mailing the tax bills.
any other discussion or is there a motion to go ahead and enter into that agreement?
Do we have a cost yet, or they don't know?
They never know the cost until they mail them. It's usually, it's less than $200.
Yeah.
Make a motion to enter the 2021 shared agreement with the county for tax bills.
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded to enter in the agreement with the county for the tax bills. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Streets and lights, anything new?
Elm Street lights are on,
The very
the new
next,
one.
Does it look good down there?
the very next day, Greg could hardly contain himself.
I live on Patton, so
Planning commission, anything new? No meeting scheduled?
Not at this time, there may be something coming up,
Sanitary, nothing new?
nothing new.
Trash recycling? Nothing. Recreation, Dave?
Nothing?
Emergency management?
Nope.
Zoning hearing board, reappoint Dorothy Juransky to the zoning hearing board, resolution 839, this be for a 3-year appointment.
I'll make the motion, we reappoint Dorothy Dorozinski to the zoning hearing board for a 3-year appointment, resolution 839.
Second.
Motion's been moved and seconded to make the appointment to the zoning hearing board. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Municipal Lands?
The only comment I have is the Saturday, the first day of rifle season, I was up on our property, not all that far from the power lines, and there were 3 people on stands, tree stands, rifle hunting on the land. I approached one of them that was the closest to me, informed them that we do not allow that. And the only thing he did was say, well, who's the we? Okay, Borough Council, and do you know whose land it is? He said, yes, it's borough land. And I said, well, we don't allow it. Well, you ought to put up more signs. You ought to put up signs. I said, we have put up signs in the past. But isn't it the responsibility of the hunter to know whose land it is, and that they have permission to hunt on that land? And he didn't respond to that. He just says, we got to put up signs. So that day, later on, I probably put up 15 signs or so around Adams Street, places where people would come into our property. But they're just the Tyvek signs. They don't last very long. They last a few years and then be replaced. So one thing I think we should try to do is find, get some little bit more substantial signs that, or have somebody else rather than just myself going up there every couple of years,
Well,
and
yeah.
hammering.
Part of the problem is I don't know where our property lines are. You're probably the best one that knows that. So, if you would ever, when you're up there, or else we send SDE up there and finally put some monuments or something, where we can send, road crew up and put
I'd be
signs.
more than glad to work with some other people and stuff doing it.
Yeah.
It's,
But I mean, that's part of the problem. I would not know where to put a sign.
okay.
Put that on your calendar next year for October, before Halloween, about signage, and we'll try to arrange. We'll go up there and take a look at it, because that'll be before hunt season.
Would it be worth getting maybe some aluminum signs to place at entry
or a
points?
little more substantial paper that's printed. The problem with the Tyvek is we run it through the copier. Copier ink doesn't.
So you want a UV-proof ink? Is what I think.
Yeah, something, it could be.
Do they make that in cartridges?
I say you can always order the posted sign with a thicker millage postage.
I think the problem is that the copier toner doesn't stand up. to
I know, I'm
the-
saying they have pre-printed no hunting.
Yeah.
Or no
Yeah,
right.
well, it's not, you see, the problem is,
We need
it's archery only type of thing. We do allow archery hunting. And it's,
No gunning.
Say, I
Yeah,
can
no
check
gunning.
with I know places make specific hunting signs.
yeah,
Say what's allowed, what isn't.
Or try to find us some UV resistant ink that we could run on the ink jet.
so I put up probably, 20. I went around that day, that weekend, hiking and just putting signs up around, but they're just 8.5 by 11 Tyveks.
What,
And
I
they're
think,
fine for a couple of years.
I take that back. Well, also look for toner, because, you know, if we can find one on toner, I'll just let my machine, you know, print out a mess of them. You know, I don't even know if they make a UV resistant.
I'm not sure how much is the UV versus what, just the.
Do they make a laminate that's UV protected also, do you know? I mean, could we make a sign that, you know, that somehow the UV, I mean, the laminate would block UV?
Yeah, I know I have a label printer downstairs that has UV or its outdoor use approved printer or label reading. So if they have that, I'm sure they have it on a larger scale.
Signs in your court.
Yeah, I may,
Let the record show Roadmaster will be working on this for our October resolution.
well, you say October, hunting season actually begins in the middle of September.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
kept,
when archery is.
yeah, see, I kept thinking guns, though.
They push that-
Labor Day, by Labor Day.
Good day out.
Lauren, were you successful in getting them to exit the borough property?
Yeah, the next day the scans were pulled. And it was in Exeter Township, which also raises the issue of, I questioned this a number of times. We own our property,
We're
200
It's outside the borough.
Yeah, but
200 acres are outside the borough.
we're still the property owner. We can say where they're
Right,
hunting. or
right,
not.
right. No, it's not the question of that. Is if we have an incident where we require police.
And it's Exeter Township Police Department,
Yeah,
because it's
but
their
it's in,
jurisdiction.
yeah.
Right,
So
now, it's.
they have to come in through the borough property.
Right, now, it would be Exeter Police if the property's in Exeter, and, but the borough as the property owner is able to set the regulations.
Yeah, I knew that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's really-
Can you work it so it's almost like the stop signs where when we put signs up, we can take a GPS reading and we can always go back to that same place again, the number signs?
That's no problem.
You had your phone with you probably.
I have it sometimes.
He doesn't want to be bothered when he's in the woods.
Yeah, I understand. I wish I could get that way, you know? But safety, life, health stuff, you know, you just think you show them.
That's my comment on public police.
Insurance, anything new, Allison? Newsletter? Hey, in the newsletter, could you make sure to talk about the Animal Rescue League agreement and the number to call if you see stray cats and stuff like that again? Or is that in this one?
It's coming up.
Okay,
It's gonna be in this one, but it doesn't go into effect until January 1.
I understand, but they can take a few calls early.
They won't take a few.
Library, anything new with the library?
Now, the reorganization meeting is this coming Monday, the 14th, so nothing new till then.
Borough Manager, anything to report?
Nothing different than what's already been reported.
Public Works, anything?
Bingham street lights have been restored back to their functionality with green light code standards. That was completed, I think, Monday or Tuesday.
Is that the single box or the lights?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah, everything was restored.
Can you, have we been able to get anything from, traffic, supply or traffic control, Calco, about another rack for batteries and the wiring harness?
They're gonna be coming out, because I have to check out one of our, preemption devices on per being added, so they're gonna be coming out and walk through with them.
Yeah, well, we had a meeting with them in September. The battery system for all those only lasts for like 4 hours. But you can add, there's room in the bottom of the cabinet to add another set of batteries. So we had talked about trying to get the rack and the wiring harness, we buy our own batteries. And then try to get, that way if there's another power outage, we have at least 8 hours. So someone doesn't get called out in the middle of the night, because of 4 hours. So that was a ongoing, perhaps, improvement for all that.
We don't have any street lights. The solar light right now is not working.
Yeah, next week we're gonna have some work done on some street lights. We lost one on Levan Street. And we have solar light at Orchard Court that seems to have decided to die.
So when you're gonna do that, are you gonna swap them out to the newer light like it's on L?
Yeah, the one on Levanter is gonna be moved over inside like we've been installing. The one on Levanter, or the one on Orchard Court, we have to find out what's wrong with the batteries or the control module or the light.
And this is when we borrow Birdsboro's.
Yep.
But, you know, as long as we fill it up with gas.
Yep.
You guys have a fall arrest harness when you're up in the bucket?
Yep.
Very good.
No,
Well, you can buy them on those.
we did.
New business, unfinished business, anything else? Council? New business, 2021 meeting schedule of council/planning commission.
It's in there for
So in our packet, you'll probably see, so the days of the week and times would be the same previously, historically. Is there any comment, or can the monthly meetings of the council and the planning commission meetings be published as presented?
The only potential conflict would be in April, that the 8th, the day of the meeting would be Holy Thursday, if that affects anybody.
So Tuesday after Easter, actually.
I'm sorry?
It's the Thursday after Easter.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. I'm looking at, never mind that.
Easter is the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
And what's November is Veterans Day.
Yeah, we're gonna meet on Veterans Day. Unless anybody has an issue with that, that's when the meeting falls.
In
Is that a
November.
holiday? for you
Federal
guys?
holiday.
Federal holiday.
For you guys?
Yes.
Well, I don't care if it's federal or not, most of us don't ever get that day off. So. No, I guess we'll have to have you take another day.
Friday.
Is
I'm teasing.
there a motion to publicly, present notice for the monthly meetings of Borough Council and the Planning Commission?
So moved.
Second. Motion moved and seconded to publish the meeting schedule of Planning and Council. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes.
Kelsey, will you be advertising everyone?
Full advertising. It's already.
Borough News, that's the publication from the Pennsylvania Borough Association. I typically ask for my own subscription. Do they offer that electronically? Is it still old fashioned
I
paper?
think they may be coming out with a digital.
I would like to sign up for digital if they have it, but I'll take paper if need be. We budget probably about 4 or 5 subscriptions, so if you really want one, you know, we can speak, forever hold your
Was
peace.
that a yes?
Do you want it? Anybody
Well,
else?
I was getting it, but virtually, I spent about 3 minutes looking at it.
Okay.
So I'm not in a big.
Barry, you wanna continue to get it?
That's the same way I feel about it. It's really in tune for more.
Actually,
Municipalities.
Yeah.
We have a copy here if anybody ever wants to
Yeah.
look.
and to be real honest with you, the township one's a lot better anyway. You know, and we have a subscription to that, but it's, you know.
It's a
Anyway.
very expensive publication because of the quality of the coloring and the paperwork that's done there. It's very expensive.
They probably still use typewriters too long, so. Any other general comments from council? Any incoming, outgoing business notices? How's the Women's Club do on, election day for sales?
They, maybe for $2,000.
Woo-hoo!
This is the best thing done.
And that was because there's a lot of turnout or a lot of people hungry.
Oh,
Yes.
no, we sold like 409 sandwiches. I think there was like 22 sandwiches left and they donated to Central Berks Police. And they sold, I think, like 15 quarts of soup
Wow.
and then a lot of baked goods.
Is that the most amount of sandwiches they made for an event in a real long time?
Ever.
Ever. Very good.
No.
And the snowflakes that are on the windows were donated by the Women's Club. They made those.
I never would have guessed.
And you're close.
Is there a motion to adjourn, seeing we have no other business?
So moved.
Motion been moved and seconded to adjourn our meeting. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed. Thank you so much for all your time. Remember, our next meeting's on January 14th.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
The one